To exist within a space is to exist within oneself. If our mind and body are disconnected, we are not able to exist to our fullest potential or be wholly present in our own lives. To meditate is to find a common ground with your mind rather than to fight it when thoughts come across it. We must be able to acknowledge them and let them go just as quickly as they arrive. My bench is based on the meditation practice in Won Buddhism, as it is versatile, accessible, and familiar to me. Won Buddhism meditation focuses on keeping a straight posture, your head aligned to your spine, and to focus in on your breathing. I have been visiting the Won Buddhism Temple of North Carolina since I was young. My mother and I have found peace and solace in being surrounded by graceful reverence and to be able to meditate in such a beautiful and welcoming temple. My experience with meditation has been a long journey, as I used to fight with my mind, and sometimes I still do. When I meditate, I focus on the spaces around me and listen to the sounds and atmospheres to occupy my mind. I find that meditating outside is the most beneficial, as I feel most grounded and at peace in nature. Following videos display my study models and process, as I experimented with different forms and how they connect. I wanted to discover how many forms could be created, all with the basis of sitting in lotus position, as well as creating a bench that would be easily portable and ergonomic to the body. I continued the design process with my final study model, as it met all of my design requirements and goals, as well as being the most viable in transportation and comfortability. Next came the ideation process, as one of my top priorities was to develop how I was going to make the bench easily portable and compact. In this model, I experimented with different connections, as I used wooden dowels as a sort of hinge, as well as rope to bind the cardboard together and make it flexible. As I was making the second ideation model, I discovered that the bench could be folded into a secondary bench. However, that idea did not end up working due to lack of weight support. In the third ideation phase, I redesigned the base of the bench to be more functional and multi-purpose. I decided to make it static with grooves at each center to be able to slide in the cushion when transporting the bench. I also experimented with the rope functioning as a hinge and supporting lower back weight when using the bench. I removed the armrests and elongated the seat to support the weight of someone sitting on the bench evenly. The final ideation stage allowed me to further develop the rope mechanism, as I chose to use a singular rope to represent the beginning and end of meditation. The rope crosses over the pillow to secure it in place, as it is held by slits in the wooden stand. I was not able to create functioning hinges in this model, but I represented them through drawings on painter's tape. I also incorporated designs prevalent to Buddhism's history, including a customized Hamsa, the evil eye, and two goldfish representing Ganja and Yamuna. For easier transportation, I created straps from cloth and leather. Initially, I wanted to choose a design that would complement the walnut, but I ended up going with blue leather, as it is a stronger material and lasts longer. The following videos display the setting up of the bench. I wanted the process to intentionally slow you down and start getting you into the meditative headspace. The leather straps are joined by 2 buttons on each side, making them adjustable to the user. Finding the perfect strap length and design was challenging, but I determined that a singular 3-inch strap would be the strongest and most comfortable design. Undoing the knots resemble releasing tension and setting negative energies and thoughts free. The semicircle base is representative of the cycle of life, birth and rebirth, while uniting the user and the ground to have a sense of being grounded. Creating the pillow was one of the most surprisingly challenging aspects of the bench, since I had to learn how to sew on the spot. When the bench is completely set up, the rope then ties back onto the base to unite the bench as a whole again. I created the detailing by using a wood burning tool. Using this tool became a meditative process as it required full attention and repetition, as well as a precise attention to detail. Two fish represent night and day, as well as Ganga and Yamuna, which are the two most sacred rivers in Hinduism and Buddhism. The Hamsa is a symbol which represents the universal spirit and being released from the cycle of reincarnation. I created a custom Hamsa in order to tell a story within the design. The three jewels of Buddhism are represented with the Randa designs, the lotus flower, which represents emerging from darkness, and the evil eye, which serves as protection from bad energy. Each of the measurements correspond to the measurements of my body to make a perfect fit. I used walnut, hemp rope, and blue fabric to closely resemble patterns and colors seen in nature. The dark tones and textures of the walnut take after the natural state of a tree and its bark, while the blue fabric is representative of water and its purifying and calming properties.